No, this sounds so dumb, oh my god, how do I fucking record? Yeah, it's me, Hubert Phantasm, and today I want to tell you about my streaming journey since it's been 365 days since I have actually hit start streaming for the first time. I'm gonna tell you how it actually is without telling you any BS, and well, I'm just gonna jump right into it. Well, actually, let me give you some background gameplay for your attention span, so... I'll be probably jumping in between my camera and between the gameplay throughout the video, so whatever. Anyway, before we start, I also want to tell you that this is not some sort of guide on how to do your stuff on Twitch to grow big on numbers, because you'll see throughout the video that I don't give a fuck about numbers. Also, this is gonna be like something like just me explaining my journey and how I have been doing throughout this year of streaming. Of course, before we start, keep in mind that I do not utilize streaming to its fullest potential. For example, people who stream regularly do be posting their fancy edited clips, shorts, and other forms of like content on platforms like TikTok, for example. Now, I don't do shorts, and the only clips you'll see from me are from my Twitch and on my Twitch exclusively. And why I don't do them? Because people from TikTok are... But yeah, I prefer finding people who will be engaged from watching live/long videos form of content rather than like shorts that you just kind of scroll past anyway. You just like kind of follow them people and then never really interact with them much. This is not the kind of people that I'm looking for. Let's be real, you can like form better form of connection with people who will be watching you live or like long type of videos rather than like shorts all the time, so you know. And what do I mean by like connection, you might ask? So, well, as you may know, I love hanging out with like my friends and my community on Discord, and sometimes I even host like funny stuff like karaoke or like interactive games. You can thank Sims 4 and Heroes 5 for reference. And with those people who come directly from Twitch or YouTube videos, it's like really cool because they are actually interested in what you do, unlike maybe from other platforms. Not saying that you can't like find cool people that are on like those other sites that like focus on more like short content, but they're just like way more common to come across on platforms like Twitch. At least in my experience, it can also like vary from person to person. Like, you know, I ain't like a freaking judge or something. you gotta actually do it to find out yourself. Not that I tried to even post stuff like this, but at the same time, I just have a freaking gut feeling, and you know me, I gotta listen to my intuition more than anything and anybody else. So now that we got this out of the way, why I don't do shorts and why I will most likely not be doing shorts in the future, because I just see quite literally no point in doing those, then we can like get to what I was doing throughout my year of streaming and how it really went. So I have streamed for a total of 600 hours throughout the entire year, and where the fuck is my fucking thing? At least according to what my stats are showing me, and it has been 170 amount of total streams I've done. Actually, I think it might be like 168 because some of them got cut in, you know, 2 parts since my internet did something stupid and like this, so you know. I have edited 24 videos plus 1 short. Yeah, like I know I'm kind of contradicting myself. I just said I ain't gonna be doing shorts and I never done shorts, but like this one was like exclusive thing because I got bored once and I just made like a freaking thing with my OC characters, in which I'll also get to later. I spent 330 hours on editing those 25 videos alone. I think like maybe 5 hours from that is like, you know, I was AFK like away from my computer and it was just like running in the background. But yeah, I spent this much on editing 25 videos that you can see on my YouTube channel that you're watching right now, and probably this number will increase after I'm gonna be done with editing this one. When it comes to viewers per stream, I don't know, I have this turned off mid-stream, so, you know, the constantly changing number doesn't distract me on my second monitor, but I think it's like around 3 to 4 per stream, maybe like sometimes even more when I'm streaming different games that are more popular or have like more engaged community, like Notil, for example. One time I got rated by a guy with over 30 viewers, so how cool, right? And then I had to end the stream immediately after because I had to go Yeah, and that's it for the stats of my own that I have collected. Now for the follows, I have gathered 62 followers on Twitch and 24 subscribers on my main channel and 15 subscribers on my Vault channel, which might seem like a really small number to some people, but for me it's actually like really great, and it's because like I prefer more united communities in which everyone knows each other rather than super huge ones in which not everybody might be as well acquainted as mine is. Obviously, I gotta like praise myself because I'm a fucking diva, right? My rule has always been like quality over quantity, and I'm glad that I have been upholding on to that. And of course, anyone who's cool like me can join my community at any given moment. And those who aren't cool are just gonna get a juicy, sexy swing of my banhammer. Change of topic. So now for the content that I create, if you can call it content. I hate calling it content, it sounds so soulless, but anyway. I do two types of stuff, I guess. First of all, I'm what you could say a variety streamer, so I play various different games. I am never like, you know, locked in on one game. I play multiple, and you'll see me playing story games or something like this for the first time ever, and me kinda experiencing this with my chat. Or I'm doing the Nuzlocke / hardcore challenges in which I play a game in a much more difficult setting, and then I am also making my OC stories. And what are OC? My original lovely characters that have emerged from those games, you know. They have the entire lore written on my Discord server. Link to the Discord server on the Twitch, by the way. And when it comes to those OCs, they all have their stories, as I said, so oh motherfucker, let me tell you a story. So when I first began my first ever challenge, which was like Wizard 101 Nuzlocke, right, with Ryan Fire Valor, and to be honest, after finishing this challenge, or more like bombing it completely, I wanted to switch games to Stardew Valley Hardcore challenge, but I haven't had the idea on what kind of character I wanna make, so I just wanted to make myself and name myself Hubert Hardcore. Yeah, glad I hadn't, because it sounds fucking cringe. But then my bestie Small Cherry, which you definitely know from my streams, she's my moderator, gave me the idea to bring Ryan back and write more story for him, which I haven't thought of at first, and I made like the plot and like my OC story for the lols, but after some time I took it more seriously, and voila! Now Phantasm Island universe has 4 of my OC characters. It has actually been one of the best ideas that someone has ever given to me, so like W Ono aka Small Cherry, since I always want to try and write a story, and now that the opportunity has been given to me, then like why not do it, right? Like, it's been such a nice and self-growth thing that I cannot describe how cool it is to just sit down and write some lore for my people and traumatize everybody in the process. Also, I like creating stuff to the point that I have even made my platforming / bullet hell game. Just kidding, these are levels that I made in a Maker, that's all. But hey, be sure to check them out because I spend a lot of time doing them and I actually think they're pretty fucking good. Yeah, go check them out right now. When it comes to like making videos and making edited videos, I don't think that I will be actually editing every single game that I have played, because in order to do that, I'll have to go back all the way to October last year to start and edit everything. And let me be clear with you, editing takes a long time, and I know that it might come off as a surprise for some people, but I do have a life besides doing stupid shit on the internet every now and then, so I can't be spending all the fucking time on editing every single stream into a fully edited video, you know what I mean? We'll see about that actually, the casual playthrough vids, I mean, but for now I want to rather focus on editing my challenge attempts and such, like, you know, those hardcore / Nuzlocke challenge attempts. So as you can see, my content is about having laughs and vibes while playing various different games, either normally or in some crazy difficult setting like those Nuzlockes and hardcores that I have mentioned. I want to say that I don't want to be changing my content at all, since I feel chill with whatever I'm doing, and I've always been looking at streaming like it's a hobby and not a job, so I won't get burned out and my mood won't be impacted by however the fuck my socials are performing. I might take a break at some point, but I don't feel like it's gonna happen anytime soon because I'm having like fun, so you know. Now when it comes to people I've been running into my streams, they're usually being very nice. Like, I very rarely have like negative interactions with people. Of course, these are like being unavoidable because hello, it's the fucking internet, like we are living in a society, yay! However, there are like some kind of people that I just know from the very beginning exactly who they are. So So the first group of people are bots who will basically come to your chat and they will be chatting in a really strange manner at first, and then they will give you suggestions. But those were mostly bots, and other people who are actual human beings were looking at streaming differently than I do. So basically they were looking at it from like the monetary perspective, and I am just kinda there to like, you know, do kinda cool shit. And that's all. I don't care about like damn coins. So like, I'm not saying that like looking at streaming as your job or like your career or whatever is wrong. It's just not how I do my shit. But if you do your shit like this, then it's cool. I don't care, obviously. As for the second real group of people, those people have been giving me advices as focus on only one main game. You'll make a name for yourself in one community. Or you should do more drama. You're playing it way too safe. And to both of those things, I say a huge fat ass no. Like, fuck no. You see, I have never been able to stick to only one game, as I said previously. I always loved variety, so various games will stay. And hey, if you only came here to my channel to see your favorite game that I happened to play, not for me necessarily, as a whole, and my other, you know, games that I play, not only your favorite, then that's fine. I'm not holding you captive here. Remember, like, you can watch whatever you wanna watch, but if you decide to stick for the ride, that'll be super chill as fuck. And as for the second advice, just know, you know, the advice about the drama and, I don't know, provoking shit. Let's be real, my channel is about playing games and having cool chill vibes with each other, and if someone starts drama, so yeah, that's my stance on that. And I might do some commentary videos in the future, like telling various stories that happened to me, or I might do like commentary videos as in, you know, like reviewing something, but I don't think I will do it because like, who the fuck cares about my opinion anyway? And now the most important question some of you might have: how much have I made from streaming? So after a year of streaming, editing videos, I have made a total of none of your fucking business. If you've been listening to what I was saying for the entire video, you already know that I do not care about the money I make from it. And if you've been paying attention and not been curious, then hey, good boy. So what's next? I don't know, I'm gonna play games like I always was doing, do nuzlockes, do hardcore challenges, expand my OC's lore because that's kinda cool to engage myself in, like just casually writing my character's lore and shit. Maybe I'm gonna even do a speedrun or two, I don't know. You know, there's lore for my OC characters to write, games to go through, challenges to complete, hopefully, and crazy games to traumatize myself with. Before I end this video, like, one thing to say: just because my experience with streaming looked like this, doesn't mean yours or anyone else's, for the matter, will look the same. If you're just thinking about starting streaming, then go for it. It's like super fun. Just don't have the money in mind, because this mindset might kill your drive to do it in the first place. Do your research and enjoy the ride if you're planning to like stream too. If you don't plan to start streaming, then hey, we'll get plenty of time to try other hobbies as well, so Diva out. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a nice day. Stay awesome!